We recapped our Q1 goals. Let's take some time to plan out our goals for Q2. Honestly, there's really not anything much more to do with this goal. I really am just going to continue to make one video per week and just kind of continue down. Hello fam, it's Chantel, the face behind Teacher Mindset, and welcome back to another video. As always, before we jump into this week's video, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anytime a new video is posted. In my Q1 goal updating video, I went through and recapped the progress that I've made on my goals so far for the year. Some of those which I'm on track with, some of those not so much, and talked about how I would like to tweak some of the goals for Q2. And that is really what we're gonna focus on in today's video. I'm gonna start with taking a look at my goals for the teacher mindset, and then we're gonna talk about my personal goals. So goal number one will be to continue making one video for YouTube per week. In my last video, I talked about how I've been staying on track with this goal, although it has not been easy. And recently, I just got into using Notion to help me plan out my YouTube videos, laying out my content, getting all my ideas into one place. And I want to give you a sneak peek into my Notion planner. Okay guys, I'm really excited to show you my Notion planner. It is definitely in the kind of beginning stages, so bear with me. But here I have on my main dashboard all of my TPT seller content creation. It's my hub, and I have different galleries for all of the different kind of buckets under the teacher mindset. So social media, my monthly newsletter, my website blog, YouTube, my actual TPT store, and TikTok, which, I mean, for me, I don't really do too much on TikTok, but I kind of put that there because, you know, I'm a little OCD and I'm one of 6 boxes. So, you know, there it goes. And each of these will kind of get like a little, what's the word that I'm looking for? They will get a cover at some point. So obviously I'm going to spend a little bit more time decorating it. But for now, it is what it is. I'll come down here and I have my kind of master calendar where all of the different buckets will feed into this main calendar. For now, really, YouTube is the only thing that's on here. So I kind of have my different videos that I have mapped out for each of the upcoming weeks. And then when you click into each of these individual buckets, it will take you into more details for that. So starting with my YouTube channel, when you come in here, as you can see, I have kind of this, I think it's called a Combine board, but it's really helping me to organize all of the different ideas that I have for my upcoming videos. So I put all of my ideas, let's go ahead and focus. There we go. I put all of my ideas over here into this idea phase. And then when I'm ready to kind of move it onto my calendar, I'll move it here to say like to be created. And then once I've put it onto my schedule calendar, as you see down there, I'll scroll down in a second, it will move to scheduled. And then as I kind of move it through the different phases of being created, outlining, recording, all that kind of stuff, I will continue to move it through this Combine board until it reaches done. So here are the different ones that I have that I am looking to create. These are all the ones that are scheduled out so far, and these are just kind of my ideas. When you scroll down here, you will see on the content calendar here, the different videos as I have scheduled out. And this is the view of April. So as you can see, there is a video that I have scheduled out for every Sunday of April. And then when I'm ready to kind of put all of my ideas into it, I can go ahead and click into that idea. And this is where I outline everything that I need. So for this one, let's not do that one because I haven't outlined it yet. So let's go back. I'm just going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to click on my YouTube channel, and let's actually go down to the video that I have going out, which is what I'm doing right now, my Q2 goal setting video. So I have everything outlined here. I have kind of all the ideas that I want, if I want to get any B-roll, outlining how I want the video to look. And for me, I outline a script because, guys, I do not do well with just kind of talking off the top of my head. I am a talker, so I will ramble on if I don't give myself a solid outline of what I want to say. And I put all of those ideas into this kind of template that I have, and then I schedule it on the calendar. And so once it's been set on the calendar, I will go ahead and use those notes when I am filming my video. And then once the video has been scheduled onto my YouTube channel, I will move it into done. And that is how I am using Notion to keep myself organized with YouTube. I definitely plan on expanding this, as you can see, to my social media, to as well as my blogs, all those other things. But for right now, I've started with YouTube, and it has been so helpful. So if there's anyone out there that uses Notion, let me know in the comments below how you like it, or if there are any other apps that you are using to get yourself organized with your YouTube channel. Honestly, there really isn't very much to do with this goal. I mean, other than to just continue what I've been doing and make one video per week. Okay, let's move on to goal number 2. My second goal for the teacher mindset will be to create 2 new paid products per month. This will kind of fit into my goal of getting to 150 products at the end of the year. As you know from my last video, I was at 141 and I had 11 products in the works. I did not get those 11 products up by the end of April, but that is okay. I'm going to show you in a bit the progress that I've made with those and talk about what my new goal will be, since I'll be past 150 very, very shortly. Okay, so now that we've established that I'm going to crush 150 products in my store by the end of the year, I decided to tweak this because I'm clearly going to need a new goal. So after taking some time to think about what this new number should be, I am thinking that I want to try and get to 200 products by the end of the year. I mean, I've already done about 24, if I'm correct, so far in the first 3 months. So I don't think adding another 50 by the end of the year will be too hard. And I have a list of products that I know that I want to complete. And so having templates for each of them is going to really help me speed up that process and be able to get my store to 200 products by the end of the year. Okay, so a little more on that goal to get to 200 products by the end of the year. So in my TPT store, I have a version of this much longer seller checklist, which I use to kind of make sure that I am kind of completing each step in the product creation phase. But for my own kind of working knowledge, I created this much shorter one, which kind of tells me if I've completed it, if it's been posted on TPT, and if it's been posted on my website store. Now, as you can see here, I have a ton of products that I have listed on this that I want to get through. As you can see, the list is quite long, but I have a ton of products that I already know that I want to work on over the next few months. And I haven't counted out how many products are on this list that I've completed and that I haven't completed, but getting through this list will definitely make me much closer to that goal of reaching 200 products in my store by the end of the year. Goals 3 and 4, I'm just going to kind of breeze through really quickly because there's not really much to update on these. So goal number 3 for my store is to continue updating product previews, and my goal is to update 10 product previews per month. So if you saw in my last video, I talked about how I'm going through and auditing my store and updating all of my existing products to have this new product preview that I've created. All of my new products that have been going into my store over the last few months already have the new product previews with them. I create those as I create the new product, but I'm going back and kind of doing an audit in my store for the old ones to kind of get those updated into this new layout to kind of bring some uniform look to all of my products in my store, in addition to providing more information for sellers to know what they're buying when they come to my store. And one of the things that I've noticed when I was going through before, I didn't mention this in the other video, but I haven't really done this in the best way. So I have 141 products listed in my store at the moment. And some of them, I'm still trying to go through and figure out which ones I still need to update. And so one of the things that I'm going to do before I start tackling this goal for Q2 is to actually go through and just create a list of all the products in my store and what has the new product preview and what doesn't. And I think that's gonna make it a lot easier for me to go through and update this. Because right now I'm just kind of clicking through each page, open it up, oh, that one has the new one, oh, that one doesn't, okay, let me update this one. And I think I can be a little bit more, I can have a little bit of a better process to make this more efficient. So one of the things that I'm going to be working on within the next week or so is just to outline all the products in my store and to do a simple checklist of new product preview. Yes, check. Still has the old one. Okay, needs to be updated. And I think that's gonna help me to do this goal of 10 product previews pretty quickly. For goal number 4, I talked about making one new freebie per quarter. So over the next 3 months, I want to make one new freebie to have in my store. And I've already figured out which freebie I want to do for this quarter. So in a video that I made a few weeks ago where I showed you how to make a product from start to finish, I created the pre-K version of my site Words Write the Room. I now want to do the paid version of that, which will be Write the Room Kindergarten, the adult kindergarten list. And with that, I want to create a freebie from that, just in the way that I did for the pre-K version. So I am going to be creating the site Words Write the Room. Probably will do that in either May or June, just because I have a couple of other products that I want to finish and get in the store first. But for this quarter, one of the products that I do have on that long list that I showed you before is to do site Words Write the Rooms for the pre-K, the adult kindergarten, first, second, and third grade lists, and with those create the freebies to go with them. Goal number 5 will be to reach $1,000 in sales for Q2. So in Q1, I set the goal at $1,500 and I got maybe about 40% of that way. It was definitely a much slower Q1 in terms of sales than I expected. So I lowered that a little bit for Q2 and we're just gonna kind of keep rolling with the punches. That will give me an average about $334 a month. And that's not too far off from what I was making in the first quarter. I was averaging a little bit more than like $215. So another $100 a month. I mean, I think that's pretty doable. I've been selling a ton of my $25 bundles. So I'm like, okay, maybe if I can get like 2 or 3 more bundles, actually maybe 4 more bundles each month, that might help me to get to my goal. Again, this is the one goal that you really don't have any control over. I just have to make quality products, put them out there and market them and just hope that people buy them. So my goal for this quarter will be to get to $1,000 in sales. And I think the more that I promote on my YouTube channel, get consistent with my social media and all those other things, I think I'm definitely going to get there. So we're gonna keep setting goals and we're gonna keep going at it until we reach them. And then the last goal that I want to talk about, which is a new goal. I didn't want to set this one for the first quarter because I just started my YouTube channel. And honestly, I wasn't sure of what a real goal should be for this. But now that I've been doing it for a few months, I want to set a goal, put it out there and see what happens. But I want to set the goal to grow my YouTube subscriber count to 100 subscribers by the end of Q2. At the moment, I am sitting at 34 subscribers and I've been trying to learn from the YouTube analytics of what's working and what isn't. I mean, I'm still a very, very new YouTube channel, so Still just trying to take everything in, but I think that setting this goal at 100, which would be essentially like doubling the amount that I've had. So if at 34, so if I double that to grow the additional 60 something subscribers to get to the 100, I think that would be pretty amazing. And so yeah, we're gonna set this goal for Q2, and that is to grow the YouTube channel to 100 subscribers. Since we're talking about growing to 100 subscribers, I think that would be a good time for me to pause and let you know that you should stop right now and subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you already aren't subscribed, please go ahead and click the subscribe button. Be sure to like this video and turn on the notification bell, because obviously you want to continue to follow the teacher mindset. I mean, that's why you're here watching this video, and I want you to be alerted every time I post a new video. So if you aren't already subscribed and you are watching this, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. All right, we are going to switch from teacher mindset goals to personal goals. So I am actually going to start with my tried and true one goal that I've been sticking with for quite some time now, and that is to read one book per month. I mean, there's really not much to say about this. I'm just going to continue with this goal. And for the month of April, I've started to read Atomic Habit by James Clear. So far, I've just read a few chapters, and so far so good. I think this book is already giving me a few tidbits of how to just to change my mindset on, you know, how I look at goal setting and how to create habits that last. So excited to continue to read this book for the month of April, and I'll update you guys soon on what I'm going to read for May. I'm still trying to decide between a few books, but I've got some time. It's still the beginning of the month, and we will see what I get into after that. But before we do that, we are going to get through Atomic Habits. One of the things that I've done to kind of help with this goal is I recently signed up to get a library card at my local library. So far before I got Atomic Habits, I was pretty much purchasing all of the books that I was reading. And so some months, like in previous years, I would go back and like reread a book that I already had, because, you know, buying books can get pretty expensive. And then I was like, okay, Chantel, it might be just worth investing in, just going down to the library. It takes like 5 minutes to sign up to get a library card. And I know that this is going to really help me to stay on track with this goal and not break the bank. I'm just spending all my money on buying books. So very excited about that. I am hoping to finish this book in a couple of weeks. I think it'll also help me to stay on track, because I have to return the library book within a certain amount of time. So I don't want to just get it and sit on it and not read it. So I think having that library card, knowing that I have so many weeks that I have it checked out to read it, will really help me to stay on track with this goal. So far, so good. We're in the 4th month and we are tackling our 4th book. So not very much to report on this goal, and it's pretty much going to stay the same for Q2. The next goal that I want to talk about is the goal that I had to do one new experience per month. So I'm actually going to change this goal, and I want to give a little bit of context as to why I'm going to change it, so that you'll be able to understand what I'm going to be doing with this goal moving forward. So as some of you know, one of the goals that I had, personal goals that I had, was to work out 3 times per week. And I've been talking about how motivated that I've been to work out. I mean, in my last video, I told you that I worked out 30 of the 31 days in January and the first 16 of the 19 days of February. So very, very motivated. But in doing so, I hurt my back. And about a week and a half ago, I found out that I have a slipped disc in my lower back, and it has been making it very painful to walk and just to do, you know, basic daily activities. And so unfortunately, it's taken the goal of working out 3 times a week off the table temporarily. And I am in the process of finding out if it's going to need surgery to repair. I'm hoping that we don't get to that point. I have been trying to do all of the non-surgical take all the steps, non-surgical steps to kind of fix the problem or at least like reduce the symptoms. But it hasn't been working as well as I anticipated. And so next steps is to kind of see a surgeon to see if surgery is the next step. And so that obviously takes the goal of working out 3 times a week off the table for this quarter. But it also does kind of affect this kind of one new experience, or at least that goal in the way that I planned it. And so I wanted to be able to still do something around kind of experiences, but I wanted to kind of change the way that I worded that. And so the new goal that I will be working on for Q2 is to do 1 self-care activity per month. This whole process has been very hard. You see me on YouTube and I'm very bubbly and all the bloopers and I make fun of myself, and that's really who I am. So it's not like a portrayal of myself that isn't true, but when I'm not in front of the cameras and kind of dealing with all this other stuff, it does take a little bit of a toll on me, just because, you know, working out was so good for me, not only my physical body, but it was very, very good for mental health, and not having that has been a little hard. And so I wanted to change this goal to do 1 self-care activity for myself to kind of just help me to feel a little bit better as I'm going through this process. I just recently, 2 days ago, got back from Mexico for a family wedding. And when I was down there, I had a great massage, which was like, I used to do them all the time. And then when I had this one, I was like, girl, why did you stop? So I'm like, okay, that was like a moment that I have for myself. And I was like, I need to do this more often. And so that's my goal, to just do 1 little thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be a massage, but just something for myself, just to take care of myself in these tough moments. So that's what I'm going to be doing for Q2, and I am very excited. Been working on a little bit of a list. Not ready to share that yet, but just kind of coming up with some ideas of how can I take care of myself in this time, not only physically, but mentally. So that's gonna be what I'm gonna be working on for Q2. So stay tuned, more to come. And I'm excited to update you in June when we have the recap of these goals on how that goal turned out. And the next goal, I kind of talked about it a little bit, but we're gonna transition to that. And that is my goal of working out. So I won't be able to work out in the way that I did before, 3 times a week, but I still do want to find a way, even though I'm kind of going through all this with my back, to be able to get exercise because it is important. As I just mentioned, I came back from Mexico for a family wedding, and when I was down there, I spent a lot of time in the pool, and that was really, really great. I've been struggling with walking, traditional walking, because of the pain. But obviously when you're in the water, it takes that weight, the pressure off of your body. And I was able to actually do a water aerobics dance class. I took aqua boxing, which was like kickboxing in the water. And it was not only fun, but it was like the most movement that I had had in a little bit of time. And so it made me realize that, okay, like I should probably look into this when I get home. And so I've been looking into taking some classes at my local Y to do water aerobics. And that's what I am going to be doing. So I'm in the process of figuring out how to sign up for my local YMCA and looking into the water aerobics classes that they offer. And I noticed that they have a new round of classes starting at the end of this month. And so I'm going to look at my schedule, figure out which one of their classes kind of aligns with me and my work schedule so that I can like go every week. And I'm going to do that. I also have a pool at my apartment complex, but it doesn't open until Memorial Day. So once it opens, I will also be just kind of going down to the pool daily, even if it's just to like jump in the water and just walk back and forth and do a couple of walking laps in the pool. I'm gonna kind of take advantage of different types of water therapy and water aerobics to be able to get my exercise in. So more to come on this goal as well. And that brings us to the end of Q2 goal setting. I hope that you really enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.